Yo yo, how's it going guys? Hope you're all good, and we're back here now with another video in AOR, this time around Singapore. And as you can see, we're checking the weather now to see that there's going to be light rain in the race towards the end, so that should be an interesting one. Once again, another rain hit race, so yeah, we're just getting out onto the track now, hoping to get some qualifying runs in, just getting ourselves ready really, and just, yeah. And as you can see there, Ciaru sets a 40.4, so that's a good banker from him. And then we have Martin setting a 40.1, which is also another good banker. And yeah, seeing those times come as I'm on my warm-up lap, yes, it put me some pressure, and we just about missed the apex on the last corner too. But here we go. We do our first lap, and it was an alright lap to be honest. Like, not too bad of a banker lap, and you'll see now we miss again the last corner. We come across the line with 40.6, puts us P4 at the current moment, and yeah, we just go for another lap straight away, and we just want to build on that, use that 40.6 as a banker, but like just try and like build on it so we don't have as much pressure for the next run we go in a bit. And as you can see, we're about 200th off our time, going down to 100th, and yeah, this lap felt like much better than the first lap, but that's due to the fact that, like, for me this suits a lot. Like, doing the second lap straight after my first lap, it always suits me, and I learned from my mistakes straight away. And as you can see, yeah, I gained about 3 tenths in one corner, so yeah, that just shows like the mentality I have for like qualifying, and having this like tire glitch fixed as well. It makes qualifying much more important and much more exciting in my opinion anyway. And we're coming across the sector 2 line about 4.5 tenths up, and about just about half a tenth off Martin's time, I think, something like that. So yeah, it was a good lap. Like, it was a good lap so far, and just about hitting pretty much every apex. And round Singapore is really tough, and we get really close to that, and just look at that. That's incredible. But yeah, we get really close to that. We could have like ripped our tire off there, and that could have been us our qualifying over, but we still managed to keep it. Oversteer there, which wasn't ideal. Come across now about 7.5 tenths up, nearly 8, coming across the line with 39.8. And yeah, that that made me like really happy. And we just go on our cooldown lap now, and as you can see, Martin going past us, he's also on his warm-up lap now, weaving across, just having some banter. And yeah, just like I said, that lap felt good, like going 7.5 tenths up on our banker. Like, that's what I like doing every race pretty much. I did this at Australia, I did this at China, I did this at Russia, and this suits me. This type of like qualifying suits me a lot. I like doing that second run straight after the first lap. And yeah, as you can see now, we're comparing our lap times, and that really close at the moment. And I think, well, Martin's still on a 40.1, but Ciaru improved to 39.8. So we went out again to like towards the end of the session, about 3.5 4 minutes to go, and hoping to like improve our lap, because I knew like Ciaru, Martin, and a few others were getting much better times than the one I just set. So we're hoping to go out and get a better lap. As you can see, that oversteer did cost us a few hundredths there, and we come across the line now on our third lap. We improve it, but just about. We improve by like 600th, and we get 39.8 just, and we go for another one, just like the other run. We're going for another lap in this run straight after the first lap, and this one, it felt like a good lap, and I'll let you guys enjoy it, because I think it was an alright lap, but I think you guys will enjoy it. So yeah, as you would have seen there, we got 39.7, which felt like a good lap. But it wasn't the PBs like I was hitting, or the other guys also hitting as well. And as you can see, we give some slipstream to our teammate there, trying to get out of the way of everyone. But yeah, like I said, like that lap, it felt alright, like the way I did it and how it was. But like I was expecting people to like smash it, and we stay on pole, but just off like 400th of Sierra, and yeah, like I was happy with that because pole's crucial here, and we have reversal third, Martin fourth, Limitless down in seventh. So yeah, it was just brewing up to be a really good race, and yeah, like, really close together, and Martin in fourth, Sierra second, Limitless seventh, and these guys have been like showing great pace the whole time. So yeah, but anyway, we'll do some Q&A again, and yeah, I'll try and answer as much as I can. And first off, we have by Rory Martin. Will you be racing next season in AOR? Please do. Thanks for that, man. But yeah, at the current moment is a yes or no answer for me, but it all depends on what the other drivers are gonna do, like Martin, Limitless, Ciaru, Cupid, Reversal, drivers like this. If they're gonna race next season in AOR, then I'll probably will do it because I really want to race. I just enjoy racing in this league. But if it comes to the case where like most of these drivers are just like not racing next season, then I probably won't, and just wait till another season where there's gonna be like a competitive lineup. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Really, I do want to race, but like I said, it just depends on the other guys as well. And now we have favorite F1 team, and who do you want to win the 2017 championship? Thanks for that question. I don't have a current favorite F1 team, but my like when I went back in the days, I used to like McLaren a lot. They were my favorite team. And who do I want to win the 2017 championship? To be honest, I want it to be either Hamilton or Alonso. Like Hamilton because of like he's like my favorite driver, but I also do like Alonso, and I feel like he does definitely deserve a third title. So I'm hoping one of the two get it. But yeah, cheers for that question. Another question from Shootmaker. When did you first start to follow F1, and who's your favourite driver from the current grid? I started to follow F1 when I was a young kid, really. I don't know, like, my dad has said like I've been watching it since I was like a baby, but as far as I can remember, 3-4 years old I'd say. But my favourite driver is Hamilton and Alonso, but I just like about 0.1% more like Hamilton. Question from Kostis Varvutas. Do you play any other racing games or just F1 2016? If I'm back home, I usually play on the simulator, just have a few like hours on that. And sometimes I play Forza 6 if I can be asked, but yeah, that's about it really. And the last question, what's your weakest track? I'll have to say China. Yeah, China, definitely, for sure. But anyway, thanks for the questions, guys, and if you want to ask again, just make sure to put in the comments below, and just like this time, I will be trying to answer them in the next one. But thank you for the questions again. Let's get ready for the race now. This was an incredible race, and yeah, we're getting ready for the lights now. First light, second light, third light, fourth light, fifth light. Getting ready to drop the clutch. And we go now. We get a fairly decent start. Great launch. Put it in. We don't even put it in rich actually. That was terrible from us. But like we put it in lean now, and we managed to stay ahead once again. And yeah, I was again just like the races, really happy to like not get hit into turn one and really clean. And not just me really. I think the others didn't get hit either. Besides a few incidents in the back, but yeah, that was unlucky for them. But we were just happy to get a really good start, and just seeing the reversal between me, Ciaru, and like Martin and that, I was happy with that because I just wanted to like pull away as quick as I can basically. But as you can see, we're actually using lean, and that's because I'm trying to like I've underfueled the car, and I just want to save the rear tires at the current moment. And bearing in mind the rain coming later in the race, it would have been beneficial for us to just save tires whenever we can and just try and push towards the end of the stint. and as you can see now, we're not even pulling away from reverse at the moment, and we're using standard only on the straights, not even using rich. I don't know why I didn't use rich, but anyway, we're staying on the outside now. Reversal goes down the inside. We saw that move coming from like 5 seconds before it happened, but yeah, we managed to do that, and yeah, just about stay ahead. But that woke me up. That definitely woke me up. I covered the inside. I thought I had it covered, but he still managed to find that gap and go for it. And fair play to him. Like, that did wake me up. And yeah, coming to the end of lap 1 now, we have a much bigger gap now than it was earlier. And coming across the line with only about 4 or 5 tenths ahead. So nothing comfortable at the moment. And Sierra is still in 3rd, and I believe Martin was in 4th. So yeah, like we had to, like, we use Rich now. And like I said, it just woke me up. And our teammate goes into the pits now. He got hit at the start. Unfortunate for him, because this is his favourite track, and for his race to get ruined from the start when he was starting in 8th, I think. So yeah, that race was going to be really good for him, and he had a great race pace as well, so it's just a shame for him. But either way now, cutting on to lap 3, end of lap 3, starting lap 4, still only half second ahead, and yeah, we just couldn't pull away really. And this has been a problem for me in street tracks like Monaco and Singapore, where if I'm the leading car, I just can't pull away. I just can't, and that's mainly because I don't know if it's just being comfortable ahead and just thinking like, you know, it's impossible to overtake, so I don't push as much. But either way now, reversal, he's caught up to us with DRS and tries to go down the inside. We stick it around the outside, coming into this corner now, and he goes from the switchback into this corner here, down the inside. But we cover that off as well. And yeah, another moment of us just nearly losing the lead. And like, if anyone really, not just him, if anyone overtook us, it'd be really hard to like re-overtake them. And especially with the rhythm I'm currently in now, like not being able to push, it's just, yeah, for me, like, I couldn't lose the lead at all. And coming to the end of sector 2 now, gap still like not even that big, 3-4 tenths, and we go wide. And just look at this, all over our gearbox here. And yeah, really worrying times, and just not being able to pull away. 31 laps of race, it is the longest race of the season, I believe, and it was gonna be about nearly an hour-ish long, and I couldn't have someone up my like gearbox for an hour straight. And coming across the line, we managed to open a bit of a gap, and the gap's about 8 tenths now, so that's a bit more, you know, relaxing than it was before. But you'll see now on lap 5, reversal just goes wide, but he didn't. And I know that doesn't make any sense, but I believe he had like a frame rate, like it just froze or something like that. And yeah, an AI car or something just went wide for him, but on his screen it was just frozen or something like that. So, and now you can see that on the map, it just disappears from second. It just drops out of, I don't know where, 5th, 6th, but he had it like 3 times on the same lap. So he went from 2nd to like 7th or 8th in about 10, 15, 20 seconds. So I mean, that gave us a good gap now, like 1.9 seconds ahead. And that was probably due to like Sierra and Martin just sticking behind a car that didn't actually exist. So it was an AI car, and he was obviously controlling the pace, so they had to like back off and wait. And once the car disappeared, they had a 1.9 second gap to us. So yeah, anyway, about 1 lap 6 now, and coming to finish sector 1. And you'll see now we're still in lean, and this was due to me, like, I'd planned this like before the race. If I knew like other guys were faster in the race, I'll just like use lean in sector 2 and just park the bus, because you can't really overtake anyone. And we have the moment there, which didn't really help us. But Sierra goes into the pits, Martin's behind us, but yeah, like I said, like my plan was just like use lean in sector 2, save the rear tires, save fuel, and just like attack only in sector 1 and sector 3, where it's actually like crucial, because cars could like actually overtake us in those sectors. And you could say that's a bit like what Hamilton did in Abu Dhabi 2016, and how he just backed his teammate in sector 2 and just pushed in sector 1 and 3 to make sure the cars behind Rosberg can actually like overtake him in those sectors, because he had the DRS in that. And yeah, that's pretty much what like inspired me to do it. And as you can see now, Martin's actually catching us like really quickly, and don't know if you saw from the sector times, but he's catching massively quick, about 2-3 tenths a sector, and I think we cut that slightly, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, we coming across, like coming to the hairpin now. I really liked and hated that hairpin, because it was pretty much a lottery every time I went in there. But coming to the end of sector 2 now, gap from 1.1 drops to 9 tenths. 9 freaking tenths. Like, the guy is a machine. He's closing down so quick once he had that clean air. And yeah, I didn't know what to think. Yeah, I was just trying to keep it out of the barriers and like go into the pits and bet on the softs, and then hope to come out in front of Ciaru, because the undercut here is massive. I think like about 2 seconds, something like that. So yeah, we're coming to the pits now. Martin's still behind us. I believe it's even less than 9 tenths now, and we're coming to the pits now, really cautious, like, and we just about stopped, and we nearly literally stopped there and had a coffee. Like, we dropped about 20 miles per hour, which was terrible from us. But yeah, we're coming to the pits now, and we get jumped. 4-second pit stops. Come on, lads, like, what is that? What was that advert about? Sure, it won't let you down, but yeah, we got let down there massively. Martin got a 2.1 second pit stop. Coming out the pits now, we're looking at the map to see where Ciaru is, and I didn't even look back, but I knew on the map that would be him. And we come to turn 3 now, and we're in a sandwich now. We have to attack and we have to defend. And when I say defend, I mean attack more, so we can like pull away. And yeah, we haven't even got DRS on Martin now, but Ciaru's got DRS on us, I believe. And yeah, you can see him close down in the mirror there, and we're about just over 1 second behind Martin, and 2 tenths I think clear of Ciaru. So yeah, we're in a tricky situation here. And once I got jumped in the pits, as I was like cruising in the pits trying to get out, my exact words were like, well, bye bye win, like, see you later Martin. And then yeah, so I just thought he'd just pull away, because his race pace before we pit looked mad. And yeah, coming to the hairpin now, coming to the end of sector 2, Ciaru is still right behind us, and I don't even think we closed any gap here, and I think it just opened by a tenth or so. Yeah, not even actually, just under half a tenth we lost. So still looking close in that, but I was pushing like mad. I was using rich wherever I can, like not even using lean. And we use lean now actually, as I say that, but I used lean here because I knew like it would be like really hard for Martin to get past 6 kills in sector 2 and sector 3. So just like in Hungary when we're stuck behind 3-4 cars, just use lean whenever I see that it's going to be impossible to overtake. And again, like using lean here, and yeah, just waiting for that straight to actually get a chance to overtake Martin, well, hope to get past Martin, but definitely try to get 6 kills, get past 6 kills as quick as we can, because Ciaru is still right behind us. And yeah, if we don't attack, we'll get attacked basically, and that's what it is. And we come now, open a DRS, well quicker than 6 kills coming into turn 1, and we outbrake ourselves just. I think if I didn't have cars around me, I would have made that corner, but either way, we get off the brakes, go wide, and we let Martin pass. And yeah, from now on, and I just looked behind and I couldn't see 6 kills, and I was like, oh my god, have I just hit him out or something? Because I don't know how he got, like, I don't know how he disappeared really. But yeah, anyway, we go down the inside now of Martin, and we make that move stick. And that actually surprised me that he didn't really like, how do you say, he didn't really like close the door or something. He didn't cover the inside, and I thought he would have, but I'm not going to complain, because that was a like fairly easy move for us. And from here on, I was just doing what I wanted to do really, just like I said earlier, park the bus, second sector, save the tyres, and just wait for that rain to come, because it's going to come, wasn't it? And yeah, using like standard, not even using rich, coming into the end of sector 2 and looking at the laps now, 22 laps to go, and we have these two right behind us, and yeah, like it wasn't gonna be easy at all from now on. No chance, like no chance. And yeah, the sweat was real at this point, and the arrow just flashing every time I go into a corner. Every time I brake, arrow flashing. It's not even disappearing. Look at that. And yeah, it's again not being able to push when I'm in the lead, and I knew like the cars behind. I think anyway. I feel like they had better race pace than me, but it's not really like my thing to push at like tracks like this. I just can't do it, and just using rich there and here, like sector 1 and sector 3, and just having that cushy gap. Like we have about 5-6 tenths before we come to DRC, and just look at that. We have a good gap, and we're just sticking lean. Martin already right behind us now. We're slightly pulling away from Ciaru, but anyway, we're still in lean now and just saving tyres. And yeah, this reminds me of Alonso and Vettel in Singapore 2010, where Vettel would be close, but just not close enough to overtake. Never close enough to overtake. And yeah, that was for me. And we go slightly wide there, and the pressure was real here, like incredible. And we have like the former champion right behind us, and then we have our title rival right behind him. And yeah, here we're just like, but here when I saw there was a gap to Sierra, I thought he was like doing the same, just saving tyres and waiting to pounce whenever we like battle or something like that. And yeah, we just about opened a bit of gap here, but nothing too great, nothing enough to just be comfortable with. And I mean, yeah, like this is, like I said, this is the former champion we're talking about, and you can't expect anything less from him, and we just expected the most, really. That's how I can put it. And coming across the line, and what's the gap now? Gap's like 6 tenths. So yeah, like nothing too much to get comfortable with. And look at him, he's just right behind us. Like, yeah. Coming into this section now with someone right behind us, and there you go. Jeff tells us light rain in 5 minutes, and this is when I was like, okay, I've saved enough tires, I've saved enough fuel, let's go. Like, let's go into that quali mode. And we're coming across the line now, still right behind us, and Martin weaves. I don't know if that's because he's like frustrated, or yeah, I'm not sure why he was doing that, but always just spook us, something like that. I don't know. I didn't have enough time to look properly, but yeah, we're just here. We're trying to get a good exit once again, put in rich, and yeah, just still staying ahead. Enough gap to just be comfortable on the straight with. And we look in the mirror, like left mirror now, to see if he's gonna make a move. Doesn't make a move, keeps his composure there, and yeah, and this is like cutting on to lap 17 now, 3-4 laps later, and this was just before light rain, and and there you go, light rain comes on. But this is when we actually opened the gap, and I think that was because I had like better tires and better fuel, because I still think that like at this point they had better race pace, but I just had better tires because I was saving them through sector 2. And yeah, I'm thinking about what happened like earlier in the race where I got jumped in the pit stops. I was just hoping I can have at least a second of a gap before we pit, so I don't get jumped again. Because like I said earlier, once you're behind someone on this track, dirty and everything, just impossible to get past someone. So that staying first was crucial. Just like having pole, it was crucial to be the car ahead. And end of lap 18 now, coming across the line, track getting a bit damper, and gap is like 1.6 seconds now, so we open about 5 or 6 tenths in that lap, and gap 1.7 seconds through that sector. And yeah, just gaps not even open that quick, like about 1/10 or something like that per sector or something like that. Not even, I don't even know, to be honest, but like all I can say is that it was just consistent lap times and consistent sector times. And although it doesn't like look as exciting or fun as it like looks visually, but like when you're driving and when you're racing, it's just really like fun, like doing those like consistent lap times. But anyway, we're coming to the pits now, hoping to go into the Ninjas, and the gap we have now, for me, I felt like it was enough to not get jumped. But anyway, we're coming to the pits, and look, they're just sleeping. What are you doing? And we come out 3 seconds, like 3.0, and I don't know if the engineers, like the mechanics, were just wet. Like, I don't know if that affects them at all, but like I don't. Yeah, 3 seconds. That's worse than what like Limitless gets in the Haas. So yeah, like for me, like at the time I thought I'd get jumped once again, but I think Martin had a similar time, like similar pit stop time. So we stay ahead, just and yeah, like this is us just basically trying to explore how the track is, and 2 cars ahead being Sierra and Reversal still not pit, still on the soft tyres, they haven't pit, and I come across this sector 1 line now, and the gap was 4.5 seconds, so I just kept that in mind and hoped it dropped by the time we come to another sector 2. And look at this, we just don't feel like the track's enters yet, but remembering the lap before when I was on the softs, the track wasn't that much, like it didn't have that much grip either, so I wasn't too much worried, but I was still a bit worried, just thinking if we made another strategic error. And yeah, I think this was just the perfect crossover really, where it's the same, like the lap times are just the same. It doesn't matter if you're on the soft or the inters, but to be fair, they like the cars ahead had worn softs and we had like brand new inters, so we closed about 2 or 3 tenths that sector. So I think if the tyres they had were fresh, I think they'd still just about be quicker, about 3-4 tenths. But in the current circumstances, this was like the perfect crossover, and there you can see Reversal tiptoeing basically. You can see, like, you can't see it really clear, but you can see that we're closing that gap like slowly. And Ciari goes into the pits, I believe. Reversal getting ready to go into the pits, and yeah, coming to the last corner now, looking at that map, just looking where Ciari is. Where is he? And we can see him just about getting out of pits. We see his car right there on the left, not trying to miss our like braking point. We stay ahead just, and I think he stayed ahead of Martin, so he jumped Martin. He overcut Martin by staying out a lap longer, and maybe it was better to stay that lap out, like stay another lap out. But I mean, I think it was like, for me, it felt like I just had to pit. I didn't want to get undercut, and I wanted to be the first one to make the move, and I did that. We're about 1.8 seconds ahead, and yeah, coming onto actually lap 24 now, about 7-8 laps to go, and the gap dropped like from 1.8 seconds to about 4 or 5 tenths now, and we're doing pretty much the same thing as we did earlier, parking the bus in sector 2. And I say that, but still I was actually struggling as well. So Sierra had great pace at the current time on inters, and Martin as well, like not too far behind him. And coming to the end of lap 24, once again we're just pushing, where like it's just to make like Sierra not being able to be in overtaking range. And yeah, I mean, using lean here, coming at the corner, using Rich straight away, get that oversteer, pushing like hell just to get out, like just basically not have any danger on this straight now. And we do have that. He gets a bit of a moment too, and once again just having that comfortable like gap on the straight, just making sure we don't get overtaken or just have someone like send their car down the inside or something like that, just because if we left any door open, just like we saw Reversal early in the race, we would have got attacked. And yeah, like just doing the same thing over and over again for like 31 laps, that was not cool at all. And I do like races like this, I really do, but mentally it's really challenging, really challenging. And I feel like being the car ahead as well, that's even more pressure, because one mistake and there's your like lead gone. and you can see there Sierra is still right behind us in sector 2, and we just knew that like one mistake would cost it. And from here on I was just hoping to get the fuel back to optimal and then try and push as much as I can. As soon as like, you know, the fuel's back up to optimal, I wanted to push straight away, and we did do that. We did actually do that in like the last 4 or 5 laps. Like before this, 4 or 5 laps, managed to pull about 3-second gap, and that's something I wanted to do like early in the race, but I just couldn't. And yeah, we had that moment now into turn 1, but like, yeah, like I said, just I wanted to do that earlier on in the race, and I just couldn't. And just once again, like in the second stint, I think the reason I was able to pull away from Sierra now was because I saved the tyres and the fuel when those guys were pushing. So it was like a counter attack, let's say, the way I just managed to pull away. And you can see now they're 6/10 Sierra closed. But yeah, like I said, like saving those rear tyres, the fuel, when they're like trying to like overtake us, doing their best, like using whatever they can to overtake us, and us like defending by like, you know, parking the bus in sector 2 and that. I think that's the reason I was able to pull away at the like last moment of the race. But yeah, I mean, any other track apart from like Monaco and Singapore, apart from it, like any other track, I think they would have been able to like overtake me, like for sure, because I still think these guys like had better race pace, like at least in the dry, because they were all over me. And especially Martin, like he was all over me. And I think if we didn't come across 6 kills, and like, yeah, if we just didn't come across 6 kills, I think Martin would have just pulled away. And I'm just glad we came across 6 kills, because yeah, I don't really want to think like what could have happened. But looking at how it is now, us in first, coming to the last few corners, still like trying to like not think too much about the win. We're just trying to take it corner by corner now in the last lap, and coming across the line to win my toughest league race ever. Like, I'll say that hands down, toughest like win for me in league racing. And yeah, these 2 guys were all over me that race, and just really fun, really. And yeah, I'm lost for words, but the last 4, 5, 6 races have been incredible to like race and take part in. And moments like races like this are what that wants me to like carry on doing this. And I hope we do have many more races like this. And we see Sierra Hamilton now, actually, a quick shout out to him, finishing 5th or 4th or 5th, something like that. Fair play to him. And there you can see the results: us in 1st, Sierra 2nd, Martin 3rd, Russell 4th, Andrew 5th, Hamilton 6th, Wycombe 7th, Falcon 8th, Leobot 9th, Lucky Dog 10th. And yeah, we look at our race director now, not even a single warning. And once again, yeah, those guys have time penalties, which I did not know about once again. But yeah, as you can see now, Martin sends in a message to say well done, enjoy it. And yeah, full respect to him for sending that. But I just wanted to get him into a party chat to talk about that race. And I also tried to get Sierra too, but I think he went offline after that race, so sadly we didn't get to talk to him. But yeah, me and Martin we had a decent chat. I think Russ also joined in later on, and yeah, we had a good chat about that. And he seemed to enjoy that. Those 2 guys seemed to enjoy it as well. Martin enjoyed it a lot. And yeah, I mean, speaking from his half too, and we just enjoyed the fact that like it was just like really close, and we all had a clean race where like it wasn't too much battling on track, like wheel to wheel, but lap times and sector times is really competitive. And I hope we have more races like this. So yeah, I'll just leave it to that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, but thanks for the support once again, and I'll catch you next time in Malaysia. Peace.